Yo, what's up everybody? I'm Akeem Lawanson, and in today's Fix of Entertainment news, we dive into the second chapter of the Dune movie with a new trailer. Gran Turismo also got a trailer with a lot less giant worms. And what do Zack Snyder and Chip and Dale have in common? Well, stick around and I'll tell you. Let's drop it. All right, now this morning we got our first trailer for the upcoming Dune sequel, Dune Part Two, the long-awaited conclusion to Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Frank Herbert's science fiction epic, and it certainly looks to emphasize the epic. Now the trailer opens with all your favorite characters returning along with some new surprises. Now for fans of the previous film and those who appreciate the science fiction novel, the sequel is shaping up to really bring to life the story once told within the pages of the book. Now the centerpiece of the trailer is one of the most memorable moments from the books, Paul taking his first ride on a giant sandworm, which is a rite of passage for the desert-dwelling Freeman people who have taken him in. Now, the first Dune movie definitely wasn't short on stuff happening, but it also had a lot of heavy lifting to do in terms of world building and setup. Like, rest assured, it sounds like Part 2 will hit the ground running, if not riding on sandworms. Yeah, right on the backs of them. Now, based on the director's comments, it sounds like it'll be much heavier on action. Now, last month, Villa-noov presented new footage to Cinemacon attendees, and while speaking at the WB Discovery panel, explained that his first Dune film was contemplative, but described the second chapter as an action-packed epic war movie. Now, Dune hits theaters November 2nd, and there's also that Dune Sisterhood prequel series in the works for Max, though no premiere date is set just yet. Now, speeding on over to our next story, we got a trailer for Gran Turismo, the movie. It's about cars. Yeah, okay, fine. You know, the cars in the GT games aren't technically characters, but just like the games are based on real vehicles and tracks, the movie is based on a true story. Yeah. Now, the movie tells the story of an avid Gran Turismo player whose success in the ultimate driving simulator led to him getting behind the wheel of some actual race cars and entering some serious competitions. Now, David Harbour is set to play the young man's mentor, a retired driver, and Orlando Bloom is reprising his role as Legolas, Sindar Elf of the Woodland Realm. I'm kidding, of course. Orlando Bloom plays a marketing guy, naturally. Yeah, anyways, weirdly, Gran Turismo is directed by Neil Blomkamp, who's really only ever made science fiction movies with a heavy emphasis on fiction. Like District 9, Elysium, and Chappie are all pretty video gamey, but Gran Turismo feels like a pretty hard jerk of the wheel. And when we asked Blomkamp why he went for the GT movie last summer, he told us that he just really loves cars. Well, guess it makes sense. Meanwhile, another visionary director is keeping plenty busy. Now, Zack Snyder is mostly focused on his upcoming Netflix space opera, Rebel Moon, but his Norse mythology-focused Netflix animated series, Twilight of the Gods, is also still in the works. Now, Netflix officially announced that Zalam Animation will be bringing Snyder's ideas to life. Now, the French studio was behind the recent Disney Plus series Chip and Dale Park Life that no one watched. I know I didn't, I'm not a kid. Anyways, obviously that doesn't mean Odin and Thor will look like cartoon chipmunks. Now, you can expect Snyder's usual visual flair to be on full display as he's executive producing. Now, Zalam was also behind the very weird and good 2019 film I Lost My Body about a disembodied hand trying to find the rest of itself. Now, I remember seeing that on Netflix. It was really good and very emotional. Now, no release date just yet on Twilight of the Gods, but we'll keep you posted. And that about does it for today's Fix of Entertainment news. I'm Akeem Lawanson, and thank you so much for watching. Now that you're caught up on today's news, please check out our previous episode. Download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, stick with IGN.